Hello. Is your life boring? Does it seem like every day is the same? When you wake up, do you think, I am nothing? I am completely nothing. Well, I hope not. Welcome back to the Arctic. We're in the completely normal colony. Everything's normal here. Nothing to see. Move along. Unfortunately, I don't have the answers to the questions I posed, and no one does. However, in order to avoid answering these questions for as long as possible, we'll do what most people do every day at work. We'll just continue researching and earning money because no one has an answer to most of the important questions. Everything is going really swimmingly here in the Arctic colony. I admit that I don't know everything about Rimworld. Last time it came to my attention that I've been wasting meat by using a butcher's spot. Apparently, it actually wastes meat. And so for this reason, we're making a butcher table. That's right, a butcher table. How lucky are we? We, after all, live in the best of all worlds. As Voltaire once said, I will now build a table. And then he had a table. Every day I go about my normal business, cutting plants. Today we're off to research several technologies, among them deep drilling. Again, we're being raided by the rifle gang, none of whom have brought rifles yet. They've all just had terrible clubs. And they've all been terrible colonists. Unfortunately, Fabian Paulak, he has no steel on him. But we'll wait for him to get closer to the house so we don't have to take as long a trip. We have several weapons. Ironically, the masterwork great bow seems to be the best of weapons that Orange has held so far. Unfortunately, missing the first shot, but the second. Just look at all of the damage that that does. That destroyed this man's left leg. Oh my god, that's horrible. How could you do something like that? Well, I just did. So there we are. Now let's find out what we were missing out on from this table. That's a lot of stuff I was missing out on. Wow. Really great to have a whole butchering table now. Supposedly, corsets are worth a lot of money, so we'll enter that business as well. And in the meantime, we're growing cotton for a carpet. There we are, another product. You know, the normal top hat and the normal corset are worth the same price, but the corset actually takes 5 less ingredients, so it is worth it. Maybe there's something I'm missing here. I haven't really fully gone through all of the clothing tree prices. We have a slate meteorite. Oh, I've waited so long for one of these again. I'm surprised more didn't rain down from the sky. We'll mine it immediately. A few of you have pointed out to me that for some reason steel burns in Rimworld. I forgot about this. Been a while. But we'll need to replace all of these walls with stone just because, you know, mishaps happen and there's fire. So can't have any of that. Orange is a terrible miner, but there's no such thing as mining quality, just speed. So it just means that he'll slowly get better. Look how quickly he mines. What a good person he is. That's 3 chunks. More harvesting. And overall, we're looking at, I think, 4 chunks from this meteorite. 4 chunks. It's enough. It's not great, but it's enough. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think that psychoid production of Yayo might be my favorite sound in Rimworld. That nice thunk when he puts it onto the counter. Listen to this. And... don't you like that? That's a great sound. More chunks of spacecraft flying by my very eyes. And another ship is passing overhead. The trail. Okay. Okay, we've had another ship pass by. We could get a mega sloth. The answer is no. Well, again, unfortunately, everyone here is ass. But they will take many of our other products, our fine offerings, and I'm in need of components, too. A fair trade, jolly good. Jolly good. Plenty more resources coming up. I'm going to deconstruct this wall because I need to prepare myself for the next move. It's time to create a stonecutter's table. I'm going to do what any reasonable human being would do, and we'll just take off various pieces of the wall. We'll allow some forced weather again. Amazing. 40 hyperweave for that. Well, I will take that hyperweave, and all that it means is some rain. Now we finish off the stone cutting table. I know it's satisfying to watch the squares fill. You like that. I like it too. Well, we never have any stones, so we'll make stone blocks forever. Unfortunately, now this is becoming too much work for one pawn. I'm going to need to grow slower crops. Next, we'll cut some stone blocks out of these chunks. And how much do we get per chunk? That's pretty good, 20 stone per chunk. And we can replace all of these walls with slate. That's plenty of slate, more than we need. And since Orange is an excellent builder, he probably won't fail too many of these. Hard work pays off. Over time, this place will start to more resemble the Hall of the Mountain King. And bit by bit, block by block. Oh, would you look at that? We've finished. It may not look good at all, but, well, it looks pretty good. I can't lie, it does look good. I just wish that the stones matched in color. But, you know, the stone walls kind of remind me of all that we've been through, all that we've suffered here. You could put one of those, like, live, laugh, love signs on the front. All of the memories we've cherished, all of the friendships we've made. Now we can get back to work on what's most important. Science. Day after day, Orange would sit in his room, thinking, oh, and he would write, and he would learn. We've neglected the intellectual stats, so we're actually getting stupider by the second. Ironically, I find the Rimworld experience system to be highly realistic. The longer you take a break from something, the more you forget about it. We've had a wanderer join named Nighthawk. We'll see if we want him. He's okay, he could work here. We'll see how he and Orange get together at the beginning. He's not particularly happy with him, but I want larger raids so that I get sent more people, really. I need more steel knives. Alright everyone, it's time to go to war, and I can always just use him as a shield. Yes, a shield. Here we are, finally, friendship. Actual friendship. This guy has made it surprisingly close to us. Right, Nighthawk? You know what to do, just get in the way. There we are. We messed up his day, but I just really don't see this going anywhere. Not to get your hopes up or anything. We really need the psychopath trait on any pawn that joins Orange. He just didn't have it. This, of course, brings on another quest and a new visitor, who is more bad. Just as Orange is finishing up with the last guy, another person joins. There we go. Rotation is starting to get a little bit cramped. Some good old chit-chat. This is very morbid. Another rifle. These people have become so predictable. We found a psychopath. Happens to be a really terrible psychopath, but let's at least try. Paulette Estes. I have just barely enough for a prisoner room. Just barely enough. It's not a very desirable room, but at least it'll give Orange an opportunity to improve his pitiful social stat. It's just that it's taken so long to locate someone with this trait. I really can't give it up at all. Good. That got her in the right leg, so we'll take one more shot. Man, I was really looking forward to having that. What we need to do is find a way of non-lethally relocating these attackers. And he's so close, he's nearly there. I've been watching him craft all day, only to get stopped short right before level 4. Alas, but that gives him an excuse to participate in new activities. Here we have a combat supplier, and they'll take most of our junk. This is really not a great deal, but just kind of speaks to how bad this thing is. Again, we buy only steel weapons so that we can smelt them down, and this gives us more money, more components. Orange yields another crop, finds a transport pod crash. But this person also has 40 days of paralytic abasia. I'm very sorry. I'll just be needing some fava beans and Chianti. Yes. Here we have it. Crafting level 4. And we just made plants level 7. He's really come along. He's a very good, well-rounded colonist now, except for the artistic, which doesn't really matter for just him. And I'm proud to say that he'll work much more quickly on crafting projects now. Higher quality, faster works. What's not to like? And he's now getting normal quality. He's making more yayo. Somebody named Parsnip happens to be a nudist. We'll go gently into that good night. We're being raided by Fitz, another knife-wielding rifle gang member. And now we face the wonderful and awful problem of running out of power. It's time to build wind turbines across from wind turbines, except more weather. Build that thing, get cargo pods from the sky, very nice, and then use all of that to get the last of the power cords. We continue praying for wind and just taking apart all of the walls. That's right. All of the walls. After all, what is a 5th windmill but noise pollution at that point? Oh, for God's sake, can we just have some light? No more crop growing. We have enough food to last us an entire season. Let's just store power until the wind stabilizes. Well, as they say at Festivus, let's rumble. Ooh, this is actually rather close. Why has he not hit any of the shots? Oh, He's been caught. Crap. Her moving is really low now, though. Let's just go inside. Oddly enough, I think we can just outlast her because she's going to get hypothermia. Big F. Big F. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. There we go. Why does steel burn in this game? Okay, Orange, back in. You don't deserve a butcher table, man. Her right thumb has been destroyed, and she's now 32% moving. If she can just keep trying to destroy different windmills. That's the ticket. Now, he's only been cracked and bruised. He is hurt. I'm not happy with this, but, you know, get in another shot. Oh, God. Orange Jesus, help me, for God's sake. Come on, one more. There we go. Surprised that hasn't happened yet. But it's just bruises and cracks. He'll be okay. You, on the other hand, well, that's enough of you. Ah, an exotic goods trader. And from Ithwalia, there's no better place. Let me just get on my top hat. Make myself presentable after all of that. Here we are. Good day, sir. I'll make myself presentable for this. Oh no, they won't take any of my things. Well, damn. I will do this. I finally found a trader who will accept my stuff. All of this junk. I want none of it. That's pretty good. We'll save the rest for another trader. Crafting level 5. A trader. More opportunities. And now that we're done with research, carpet making, cargo pods. Full of wart. As it turns out, this is really more than enough work for one man. I can hardly keep up with everything. Just what we needed, a few traders. It's so hard to get good help. We have a woman running from 2 men hunting chickens who have chased her to the North Pole, apparently. Well, this can't be so bad. They're just chickens, for God's sake. Get the shotgun, and I'll get this. They are very fast, though. They're very remarkably fast. Well, here we are. We just can't let that kind of negative energy into our lives. I think I'm gonna go with a blue carpet. We're just gonna coat the entire room. I've spent so much time in this room, I figure why not? It's only proper that we make the room carpeted. This is really a much more soothing sight than that icy ground we had seen before. I know this doesn't make any sense. But I've wanted this for so long. Let me have what I want. Like one of the most... Now it's decent. Wow. It's extremely... This is gonna up our wealth too, I know. Oh, and I intend to do all of it. The wealth. The carpets. What? Oh, God. Our wealth is seriously gone up. Look at the number of raids. Oh, we might end up paying for that somehow at an unforeseen point in the future. We'll just finish off the carpets in this room. And now I'm afraid we need to deconstruct this and replace it with one of these. This should up the speed of our work, and crafting, after all, is another source of income for Orange. The faster he works, the better he gets, and the more money he makes. There we are. He's working double time now. Now all I need to do is take off all the wood. I have a new plan. We still have yet to get into one more industry, and I've found that steel is a far more, well, overall a far more ample resource. I've never actually done any brewing in the game, but I figure why not start right now? Well, we have all this wart. We might as well. I'm gonna go ahead and say we're running out of space. Let's put it in the only good spot. And there we are. The barrel is full. The barrel is full. I'll make it look good again. I do miss it looking good. Now the clothing industry, as well as the fermentation industry, the smoke leaf, so many different industries. And oh, I needed that. I needed a bulk goods trader so badly. Please come closer. I wish you were in space, but this will still do. Let me just don my intimidating top hat. Oh, yes. 318 steel. We desperately needed this. And they'll take pretty much everything. Yes, good. Excellent, excellent. All of that work. All of that work. Well, fortunately, we accept another bulk. M&M Solutions. This must have been because I called upon Marshall Mathers earlier. Oh, amazing. They have marble blocks. I think now we simply must sell the other clothing to them. I'm gonna make a trade mainly for more resources, but I'm gonna build a marble house with this. We finally have enough to just kind of take this whole thing to another level now. That was a really good trade. We got super lucky there though. It brought down our wealth too, which is actually a good thing. But now I face the difficult task of making something that is visually appealing. This base looks nothing like what I thought it would from the very beginning, so I'm gonna go and just reformat this entire base. We now have hundreds of stone with which to do this, so it's entirely plausible. We got a traveler. He has some merits. I'm at the point where I might actually need more labor. The main thing blocking this colony now is just the fact that there's one guy. Orange is pretty hard to get along with too, but extremely overpowered, so. Hey, maybe we could use another body. We'll keep them very separated. Maybe give them their own zones, because they're already no one likes Orange. But he seems to like everyone else. Well, that's all that there's time for today. Believe it or not, all of this has been a temporary structure, though. I've wasted a regrettable amount of resources, and the next time we'll actually start to build a major base structure. But, well, until then, many thanks to my patrons. You are the sole person I live with in the Arctic, in the darkness of my imagination. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye now.